Hey everybody, my name's Kyle and this is Great 28 Live on Track by Track. Every day this month I'm picking one of my 28 favorite live albums and posting a short video highlighting what I think makes it great. Following yesterday's look at an unplugged blues album, I thought we'd stay in that genre for another day, but maybe switch to electric. I think there's some interesting similarities between the Clapton blues album that we talked about yesterday and the John Mayer Trio album that we have today. Sonically, they're both totally different, of course, but both albums received their fair share, or perhaps unfair share, of criticism at the time of their release. In both cases, the naysayers tended to be of the opinion that both artists were delivering very tame and commercialized versions of the blues. And while I kind of understand where those comments are coming from, I also don't think that in either case the artists are in any way betraying their own true character. Of course, in the case of John Mayer, listeners really didn't know that yet. When the John Mayer Trio released the live album Try in 2005, Mayer only had 2 studio albums out in the world. At that point, he was probably still best known for pop songs like No Such Thing and Your Body is a Wonderland. But on his sophomore album, Mayer had begun to hint at a greater level of maturity in his songwriting with tracks like Daughters and Something's Missing, both of which appear on the set list for the Trio's live album. I also think Mayer deserves credit for not including new versions of any of his biggest hits. Frankly, I think a trio version of a song like Wonderland might have strained the credibility of this effort, and I'm guessing he understood that. He wanted to be taken seriously, and for me, one of his greatest and best attempts at achieving that level of credibility is a song that made its debut on this album. Gravity became a big hit for John Mayer after it appeared on his 3rd studio album, Continuum, in 2006. I believe it's a song that may define Mayer's musical legacy perhaps more than any other so far. But its first appearance was in fact on the live album with his trio. Both versions, though, are outstanding. But I think there's a lot of outstanding material on Try. Right from the 1-2 punch of the album opener, Who Did You Think I Was, and then Good Love Is on the Way, we get an incredible sense of energy from this 3-piece unit. In addition to Mayer on guitar, we get some terrific work from both Pino Palladino on bass and Steve Jordan on drums. The flavor of funk-infused blues that these guys deliver here is truly infectious. In addition to the mix of trio originals and Mayer solo songs, we also get a pair of great covers on Try. The trio pays homage to the late, great Jimi Hendrix, perhaps blues rock's most iconic figure, on a solid rendition of Wait Until Tomorrow. Then the band channels Ray Charles on the 1954 classic I Got a Woman. Now, I don't really know for sure if it influenced him at all, but I strongly suspect Kanye West may have had something to do with this song choice. Earlier that same year, West's Gold Digger had been a hit single featuring a prominent sample of the same Ray Charles song. Your mileage may vary, of course, but I prefer Mayer's tribute over Kanye's. Although we never did get another official release from the John Mayer Trio, the group did appear as part of several other John Mayer albums and performances in the years that followed. And while Mayer had intended to follow the live album with a true studio album with the trio, it has yet to become reality. The closest we came was the 2016 release, The Search for Everything. That album featured prominently Palladino and Jordan throughout, but still remained a John Mayer solo effort. And rightfully so. I think it really doesn't feel like a trio album, and there's a few other players in the mix as well. Still, while I hold out hope that we may someday get another album from this incarnation, live or studio, I still enjoy listening to their 2005 release. For me, it feels as fresh today as it did nearly 15 years ago when a then 28-year-old guitarist had the audacity to play the blues. Try by the John Mayer Trio. Today's entry in the Great 28 Live. That's it for today's episode. As always, I'll try to include Amazon ordering links in the description below if you want to add any of the music that I've featured to your collection. And before you go, please be sure to click subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode of Great 28 Live, as well as many more videos to come. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.